Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you wherever you are in the world. My name is Meg. Welcome to my channel. I am a fully qualified yoga teacher, beautician, and a masseuse, and this is my YouTube channel where I talk a lot about yoga and tips and tricks and things that you guys can follow along from home to strengthen your practice. I am going to be doing a back bend breakdown. So this is how to get into a back bend from lying down. If this is the first time you're ever attempting back bends, I have got two videos, one which is a beginner stretches to help you get into a back bend, and one which is more advanced. I also have a deep back bend stretch video as well, so have a little look at those. Make sure you're nice and warmed up before you come into this class as well. If you are maybe just waking up in the morning, this is not the class to beginning with. Make sure you're nice and warmed up, your back is nice and stretched out, your arms feel nice and strong and straight, stretched out, and hips as well before you come into this practice. You don't really need anything to do this. I always recommend having a good quality mat onto a hard surface floor. And the reason for this is because it will support your joints better, and also a good quality mat, especially for something like a back bend, will mean that you have good grip onto the floor because your mat will be grippy, so it's not going to slide out from underneath you. But also a good quality mat will have good grip on your hands and your feet. So if your feet are maybe a bit sweaty or a bit slippery, or your hands, they're not going to slip out from underneath you, and then you could potentially hurt yourself. So I always think it's worth investing in a good quality grippy mat. Mine is from Yogi Bear, and it is their travel mat, and it is my absolute favorite mat. Obviously I'm currently on holiday and I have it with me, but if you watch any of my other videos, I basically use this mat every single day. It's machine washable, it's fantastic, best mat I've ever used. Mind you, I've not used that many because I bought this one and kind of fell in love with it, but yeah, I absolutely adore this mat. Not an ad, just letting you guys know where my mat is from. And when you're ready, we will get started. So this is going to be more of a simple video. It's not going to be particularly long. We're literally just going to go through where the placements are, and maybe work on a little bit of strength here as well. So a few little movements that you can do to maybe challenge your strength once you get into your back bend. But yeah, this isn't going to be a really long video. Like I said, make sure you're plenty warmed up before you come into this. We're going to start all the way down onto our backs. Making sure your back is flat in towards the mat. We want your feet hip width apart, knees are bent up towards the ceiling, and then we're taking the hands back and underneath your shoulders. This is quite an important point. If your arms are all the way back here, you're not going to get into the correct position. We want to literally tuck your fingertips underneath your shoulders, ready to come into this. And you want to be kind of right by your head. So again, not taking the arms really far out. You want your hands about hip, shoulder width apart, and your fingertips tucked right under your shoulders. We're going to start to take the weight into the hands. So if you can see already, I'm lifted slightly, and maybe this is enough for you, and maybe you can stay here. If you want more, we're going to start to lift the bum and pick all the way up. If you need to, like me, you can always walk the hands in, the feet in towards you. Adjust the hands if you need to. But if this is the first time you've come into it, I wouldn't recommend walking around in your back bend. Once you're up, you can then maybe pick up one leg into a bend, maybe straighten the leg. So that's a couple of things that you can do. Push through your hands when you're in your back bend. Lift the chest, gazing back. When you come down, you're bending into the arms and the knees, and slowly coming down. We'll bend into those knees and just rock from side to side. Slowly coming up to finish. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it's a little bit of value to you and helped you to get to where you need to be. Might be worth watching this first, seeing what you need to do, and then trying it along with me again. You can always, especially if it's the first time you feel more comfortable, pop cushions underneath your back and underneath your head. The only thing I always say to people is if you feel like you've got that safety net there, i.e. cushions and things like that, you're almost more likely to fall because you don't have that fight or flight response that tells you to use your muscles to keep you up. But that is personal preference. Like when I teach my classes, I'm a teacher that's presently there, so people are not going to hurt themselves because I'm there with them. But yeah, make sure you do what feels best for you and don't overdo it. If you just need to lift your body up a little bit and then come back down and slowly work into it, there's so many different components that come into this posture. You might find your arms aren't quite strong enough, there might not be enough flexibility in the front of your shoulders, your legs might not be strong enough, you might not have enough flexibility into the abs and the hips. There's so many different things. So just take it nice and slowly, see how you feel, have a look at the other stretches that you can do to help improve these movements, maybe practicing wheel pose as well, because you're not going straight into a back bend if you're new. But yeah, making sure with this video, obviously we're showing you where feet and hands are meant to be to come into that posture correctly. Please like and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you so much. It means the world to me, and the more support I have on this channel, the more I can bring you guys free yoga content. So thank you so much if you have subscribed to my channel. It really does mean the world to me. I am now going to go and get my Greek lunch, and then I'm going to spend the whole afternoon in that sea, swimming around, having the best time and snorkeling and looking at all the fish. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to practicing with you all again soon. Have a good day. Bye.